Hi guys, I'm live. Just out here on my front porch with my black acoustic guitar. I feel pretty good today. I just want to mention something I interestingly learned from a new friend of mine. The part of the pandemic, everybody knows, or at least thinks, or it's just, that the government or whoever put that uh, what's it called, COVID-19 on us on purpose. But there was another reason for it that I didn't think of until someone told me yesterday. So it's not my original idea. The fact that they wanted us to separate by 6 feet wasn't just uh, from their point of view, just to keep us from getting each other sick. Because why would they care about that if they gave us the virus in the first place? They also, well, primarily wanted to distance us so we couldn't exchange energy. Because being close to somebody, you share energy and it strengthens both of you. If they can weaken the whole country by having us not share energy with each other, by making us always be 6 feet apart, that only makes them closer to accomplishing a new world order. Because by separating us and dividing us, they weaken us, like divide and conquer or something. So there's that. Let's get it back. I guess see me better. But in my playing, I got a good breakthrough the other day. In regards to, I got a lot from doing Let's Dance by David Bowie. I now can play in any of the 12 keys equally because of him. Because actually, Let's Dance is in B flat, which is an odd non-guitar key, which also includes a lot of F, which is non-guitar key, and a lot of E flat, which is non-guitar key, and in between also you get A flat and C. A flat and C, which are both non-guitar keys. And then I still can play in the guitar keys, but being able to play in all 12 keys really brightens up my playing. And but based on the shorts I did today on electric guitar, where I used more of the keys than I usually do, I noticed a lot of odd notes ringing out, which made me sound interesting to me. Maybe like, I mean, I'm not saying I'm this guy, but Hendrix did a lot of that thing. He'd play in some key, and a note would hit out, or he'd hit a note that would be like out of key, or what normally would be called a bad note. But instead of cringing, you go, "Oh, that was cool." It becomes a Jimi Hendrix note. And I had some more of that when I'm able to play in all 12 keys than I did when I was always playing in the seven, basically the 7 guitar keys. So just so you know what I'm talking about, let's go over them just real quickly, because I don't want to just leave it at that and not explain myself. The guitar keys to me are any of the keys that have notes that are in the E Dorian mode. So you have E, key of F sharp, key of G, key of A, key of B, key of C sharp, key of D, and back to key of E. So that gives you 7 keys. But the keys in the middle form an F minor pentatonic scale, which are non-guitar keys. So you've got F, A flat, B flat, C, and E flat. And all those 5 keys basically hover around B flat, 6 frets up, or 6 frets up from divides from E to E, divides it in half. So because if you start with a B flat, let's say a B flat 7 chord, the 4 chord would be E flat 7. That's a non-guitar key. Back to B flat, the 5 chord would be an F, which is also a non-guitar key. So if you just think of B flat, the 4th of it, which is E flat, the 5th of it, which is F, and back to B flat, and just think of a whole step down and a whole step up. A whole step down is A flat, a whole step up is C. You've got your 5 non-guitar keys, and you can play on all 12 keys, assuming you know how to play on the guitar keys, which I did, and most people do, or at least a lot of people. So I think that's pretty cool. So why limit yourself to what's comfortable on guitar when really guitar is only one of the instruments available? And I'd rather be a musician than a rockian or guitarian. I want to play music, not just guitar stuff. In fact, I'm showing our song "War" just came out on SoundCloud. I'm happy with it. It sounds pretty good, and a lot of that, at least a lot of that song isn't all guitar. It's got me singing. It's got production to it. It's got me making not sounds a lot on the guitar that aren't even really notes, and that's another use of the guitar. The guitar isn't just playing notes and playing them fast or slow. What notes you play? You also have harmonics and whammy bars tricks and all kinds of cool beeps and squeaks that can come out of a guitar, which is cool too. I might even be getting into some of that more than I used to, because I'm beginning to get to the point where I need new material to work on to keep myself playing guitar. I'm going to keep playing guitar, but it's a matter of what's my mind going to process, and I'm thinking of making it a matter of slurs and maybe phrasing and really bending notes and harmonics, artificial and natural, whammy bar stuff, and just beeps and squeaks. So that's a cool thing too. Like you take a vocalist, a great vocalist like Freddie Mercury, for instance. It wasn't just when he was singing that he was great. It was when he would just, ow, or he would say, I like it. Just the personality of how he was, more than just when he was singing, made him Freddie Mercury. And the same with guitarists. I mean, you don't want to. There's more to it than just playing notes. There's stuff you do when you're not playing as many notes, and that is cool about a guitarist also. And I want to add that to my thing. Anyway, I was just throwing harmonics there. So I'm gonna just noodle. Oh, by the way, let me make a comment. People look at noodling or think of noodling on guitar as a negative thing sometimes, but don't forget, because I didn't. When they interviewed Eddie Van Halen in the early '80s, you know what he said about his lead playing? I just noodle. Well, and he was Eddie Van Halen. He said that, so that's a cool thing to me. It's kind of cold. My hands are kind of cold hands. It's something interesting to me now that I can play in all 12 keys. It sounds different, and I like it better. I want to, as I play, I like to say things that come to my mind. A cool thing about picking that I knew I was getting on the right path. When there's a line in Tough Turf with James Spader, and that guy was a great actor, or still is. He said sometimes to have something you have to let it go, and sometimes to master alternate picking you have to get that's not the only choice you have. You could do all downstrokes. You could go on a guitar. It doesn't sound very good, and you can't play very fast. But there's nothing that says you couldn't do all downstrokes or all upstrokes. I can't do it very fast if I do that, but you can do that. That way you can really appreciate and understand alternate picking when you don't do that. And you go, oh, I can understand alternate picking more because I also understand I can let it go and understand not doing alternate picking. And it helps you, it reinforces why alternate picking is great. I had a student that said that wow, alternate picking makes you twice as fast as not alternate picking, but it's more than twice. It's several times faster. I would challenge anybody to play half that fast with just downstrokes. You couldn't do it. Another thing I like about my style that I'm developing is I do the Eric Johnson thing. But I do it in minor keys also, which I think makes me unique. Johnson doesn't do that. He only does it in major keys. And Ingve plays only a lot of minor stuff, but doesn't do the screen skipping thing like Eric. So I'm kind of got a cool niche there, I think. That's a cool thing. And yeah, like I've said before, I like the more exotic altered versions of diatonic scales, like melodic minor and harmonic major. It's a melodic minor. So it's kind of prettier now. The more I play it, the more prettier it sounds to me. And here's a harmonic major. Goof there. Nice sounding scale, I think. A harmonic major. Sorry, I watched the car go by. Got thrown out. Another fingering of harmonic major. That's G harmonic major. Oh wow, I haven't played that in a while. That exact phrasing, I should say. Oh, goof there. Then melodic minor again. Anyway, I want to digress. I still have a guitar in my hand, so I'm still playing. I'm in tune pretty good there. About my dad thing, my adoptive dad. Some people might say that, and I've heard people say that their dads drank and hit them. And I thought, is that better or worse than my situation? My dad never touch a drink or a drug in his life. But I thought about it, and that meant when he hit me, he was sober, he was alert, he was better at it, he was more efficient at hitting me because he didn't drink. Sure, drinking loosens you up. My dad didn't need that though. And drinking makes you do things you might not have done, but it also impairs your judgment, impairs your reflexes, and it makes you partly decapacitated. And my dad didn't have that, so I think mine was worse. But anyway, that's just a side thing. Let me just play some. I'm gonna make up some rhythm stuff here. he opened up my mind to a bunch of things, seventh chords, of certain ways of using them, and funky rhythm, and playing in oddball keys like B flat. Really learned a lot from that, it changed me. That's the cool thing, you know. Anyway, just made stuff up. You know, you just learn to see how it sounds good to you. You know, what your ear likes. I think acoustic makes me play more melodically than electric for some dumb reason. You don't have effects and distortion to you know, to make you play maybe in a different way, you know. It's also hard to do. It's hard to get away with slop on acoustic also, you know. If you play slop, it's going to sound like it because you don't have anything to cover it up, you know. By the way, I want to comment about the Super Bowl real quickly. Just a quick comment. I wasn't even going to say anything. I don't care about football or whatever, but I wanted the San Francisco 49ers to win because they had Joe Montana, which was my opinion, the best football player that ever lived. So for that reason alone, I wanted the 49ers to win, and they didn't. But as far as the halftime thing, this is a fun fact. I'm not making this up, but whatever. I used to be on Google Plus, which I got kicked off for being egregiously sexual. But when I was on Google Plus, not only Taylor Swift requested my friendship and I accepted, and so did Candace Swanepoel. I was friends with both of them at their initiation until I got kicked off Google Plus. But if I ever see Candace Swanepoel or Taylor Swift, I will be very honored. Thank you for friending me on Google Plus 15, 20 years ago or whatever. I would be very, very, very honored to meet either one of them. Ironically, to anybody that actually believes what I'm saying, ironically, if I met them, I probably wouldn't be egregiously sexual. I could, and that would be great, and I could do that, but I probably wouldn't for some reason. I would just say, hey, I'm a fan, great to see you, you know? This acoustic guitar sounds really well, actually. I really like the sound of this guitar. There's a joke, despite me playing it. LOL, just kidding. Yeah, I like this guitar. How about that? I'm not just one thing. I don't know what people think of me, but if I'm put in a different environment, I can play different ways on guitar. I don't just have one shtick or one line. You know, I can. Oh, there's a new thing I just thought of. Check this out, you guys. I know it's going to sound like ahead of time because I'm a musician, but here goes. Make sure I can do this justice and do it right, though. How about that? Wow, I knew it would be hard. Come on. What? That's how it goes. Okay, try this. I have to work it out. Oh, try that. Ah, come on. Oh, jeez, it's hard to do. Say, try it again. Here we go. Okay, I'll try this. I'll try to get this right here, actually. I'll try it again. easy. Oh, whatever. I'll go. Cool sound though. Just something melodic, maybe, something slower. Spanish fly was picking crap. Time here, almost ready to go. Anyway, I love hanging out with you guys. Thanks for watching and everything. Love you guys. Peace, rock and roll.